Hey, it's Kyle. Today I'll be reviewing Divergent by Veronica Roth. I actually got this book as a birthday present last month. So I'm very glad I did get this book, because I don't think I would have bought this at the bookstore on my own. But my friend had read it, really liked it, and thought I would like the book as well, so got it as a birthday gift. And I'm really glad I did, because I really love this book. First, let me give you the setup. This book is set sometime in the future. They're never really specific when, so it could be 20 years from now, it could be 200 years from now. We're not really sure. And they don't get really much into the backstory of how this world came about, so you're not sure everything that led to this society. But basically the world of Divergent is set in the city of Chicago. And the city of Chicago is actually cut off from the rest of the world. We don't know if what's going outside of Chicago. There's actually a fence that's actually guarded around Chicago. We're not really sure. It's unclear through the book if the fence is there really meant to protect people in Chicago from the outside world, or maybe, just maybe, it's just there to keep the people in Chicago from getting out. Not really sure, so that part's kind of left up to your own interpretation. And this is the first book of a trilogy, I believe. Actually, I should say it's a trilogy. It's the first book of a series. I know there's a second book. I'm not sure how many more are planned after that. So maybe they'll get more into that backstory in the future books. But basically, in this future world in Chicago, society has organized itself into 5 classes to help kind of maintain a peaceful society. It's basically determined at some point in the past that if people were putting these individual caste system kind of like groups, that society would function much better. There wouldn't be as much violence, chaos. It'd be much more peaceful. It'd be a very utopian-like society. So basically the 5 groups that everybody in, well, actually I should say there's 6. There's one that's kind of outlier. And I'm not going to give you the specific titles. I'll give you the groups, the kind of what they're for. There's a group for the honest, a group for the selfless, a group for the brave, a group for the peaceful, and a group for the intelligent. And the other group is the group that's basically are the rejects that tried and tested and they couldn't. They're basically almost they're the poor of the city. They really have no rights. They're kind of kept alive by charity and stuff. So the book doesn't focus hardly any on that group. They're just kind of the background. The group focuses on these 5 groups. And basically how it's determined on which group you belong to, when you're in school and you turn 16 years old, you're given a test. So everybody takes their test at the same time. And basically the results of that test tells you which group is suggested you join. Then the next day they have a ceremony where all the 16-year-olds in the city declare which group they want to join. Most choose to remain in the group they were raised in. So, their parents are already a member of a group, and they're always a member of the same group, because people marry within their own class or group. So, if you're a member of the peaceful group, you're going to marry somebody else in the peaceful group. So most of the ones choose to remain in the same group that their parents raised them in. But some do decide to change, and this choosing ceremony is where they get to make this choice. The test is completely just a suggestion, so you don't have to join the group the test tells you to, but most do. So that kind of gives you the background. The main character of this book, let me kind of give you the full name, is Beatrice Pryor, but her name changes during the book when she, after her choosing ceremony, she decides to change her name to Trish. So there's actually the main character has 2 names, Beatrice, and then later it becomes Trish. Beatrice is a member of the selfless group, but very early on in the book, when she's kind of leading up to her test and her choosing ceremony, it's very clear that she's very conflicted, that she wants to fit into this group, but she doesn't feel like she quite does, and it's really tormenting her. Like she almost feels like she's letting down her parents and her brother. So she goes through the test. Her test results are very shocking. I won't get into the exact details of that because it will kind of mess up a key plot point. Well, I guess I can get into it because it's really the title of the book. Her test results are divergent. And basically what divergent means is that she could fit into multiple groups. And because the society is built on an individual joining one group, divergents are considered very, very dangerous. So it's very dangerous to be tested as divergent. In fact, the test taker actually tries to cover up that Beatrice tests as a divergent to protect her. So this really even confuses Beatrice even more on which group she should join at her choosing ceremony. Her choice really shapes the entire plot of the book. At least her meeting very interesting characters. One of the more interesting individuals in the book is a boy named Four. Literally the number 4 is his name. He's a couple years older than Beatrice, but he kind of serves as his teacher, because once you join a group after your choosing ceremony, even if you stay within the same group or you join a new one, you begin to get more intensive training within that group. So 4 is basically Triss's / Beatrice's teacher. Very interesting character, because the author does an excellent job of just giving you enough information about 4 that you want to learn more, but keeping enough secret that he's still a very mysterious character. The world that Veronica Roth, the author, paints here is very interesting. There's a lot of conflict between these 5 groups, and this is what Beatrice / Triss gets thrown into, that this very ordered society is beginning to show signs of breaking down. The 5 groups are supposed to coexist very peacefully, and there's signs showing that the 5 groups are starting to kind of wrestle for more control of the system. There's a bit of a power struggle going on, and the main character kind of gets thrown in the middle of this, partly because she is a divergent. Very fascinating world the author paints. Very fascinating characters. Triss / Beatrice is a very, very interesting character. It's extremely interesting to see how the author shows this character developing from a very meek and unsure girl to, by the end of the book, even though very little time has passed, she's a very strong, intelligent, very assertive, really a woman. She's really grown up in a very short amount of time, and she really knows what she wants, and she's willing to do a lot of stuff to get it. There's a great love interest in the book, so if you really like romance, there is a very good romance in the book. There's a very big mysterious element to it, where they're trying to solve this, they're trying to figure out exactly what's going on for a large part of this book, the main character and her friends. So there's a very mysterious element to it. Has a sci-fi element to it with the futuristic society. Very interesting book, very interesting world this author has created. I'm very excited to read the next book in the series. So I would strongly recommend you read Divergent by Veronica Roth. Great characters, great storyline, great futuristic world she's painted. Very well written. This is her first book, so I see big things for Veronica Roth as an author. So Divergent by Veronica Roth, highly recommend it. Normally this is the point of the view where I'd say for farewell and ask for comments and stuff like this, but today I have something special to show you. As you know, where I film is kind of the room in my house that I've kind of turned my library, so I've been kind of adding slowly items to decorate a little bit more and stuff, and I'm very excited. I got a brand new lamp today for my library that it's actually been worked on the past couple months by a store in the area I live. And you might ask why it would take a couple months to make a lamp, and it's because it's a very special lamp. It's a library themed lamp. So let me show it to you right now. I want to move the camera. And there is the lamp. As you can see, the base of the lamp is actually made from books, and these are real books. So basically you bring the store books that need to be hardback, and they pretty much drill a hole down the center, and that's where the lamp goes. So these were some hardback books that I kind of didn't mind getting rid of, but some people will actually bring books that mean a lot to them, that kind of help preserve them. So I have a book lamp, so I just thought, that was really, really a neat thing. And so you can still see pages, still do all that stuff. So my library now has a book-themed lamp, so I am very excited about that. So you've heard about the book Divergent by Veronica Roth, and you've seen my book lamp. So you got 2 treats today, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you